Randy Hawkins. I'm saying hi to the Garu readers and all the Enduro fans here in Japan. It's been about 3 years since I've been in Japan riding the Hurricane Enduro, and I tell you what, from what I've seen today, the Japanese riders have really increased in their level of riding. Cornering is a very critical part of riding your motorcycle. A lot of people can go really fast in a straight line. It's pretty simple keeping a bike in a straight line when you're taking off. Cornering is where really the race is won and lost, where I feel at, just because of carrying the speed through the corner actually allows you to go faster down the straightaways in that corner. And it's really critical too in the corners to keep control of your bike. Use the bike, let it move underneath you, and carry your speed through the corners, and you'll see how much faster you'll go down the straightaways. You know, braking is really critical. You know, we talk about getting corner speed, but you got to brake properly to get in the corner to make the corner speed. And today you've seen us coming down hills, braking, and we're showing how you're using the brakes, and then the pressure to the front brake, how you can slide the front brake, and you learn how much pressure you can do. So that's what we use. You know, again, we keep making examples like speeds, you know, corner speeds and all that. You know, we use the front brake to get into corner speed, but it's just as critical to use the clutch coming out of the corners to create traction and get to drive out. And today you see we was on a hill and was demonstrating how much traction you can call it, you know, your bike can have from using the proper clutch control. And if you just drop the gas, take off, the bike moves to spin. If you notice, once we was on the hill, slowly let the clutch out and was able to get traction. That was a good example, but like I said, that can be used on hills, flat corners, and all that. Just the traction is what you look for with the clutch control. You know, I keep talking about body control and also controlling of the bike. A good example, when we're going up some of the steeper hills, we have to keep the bike spinning. What that does is creating wheel spin. It carries your momentum. It cleans the rear tire out for one, then also carries your momentum up the hill. But you here again, you just don't want to take your hand off the clutch. You need to have your fingers on the clutch just in case the bike gets a really lot of traction and wants to wheelie backwards. You can grab the clutch and get it back down. But the key is get the wheel spinning and momentum, and you can climb about any hill. You know, riding ruts is really critical in enduros because you'll come across that a lot of times in a day. The key things about a rut is once you get in the rut, keep your feet forward. If you're sitting on the bike, keep your feet forward, or if you're standing on the bike and you have to dab and use your feet, still keep them forward, and then that way it keeps your momentum through the rut. The other thing I like to try to do, if I can, I get out of the rut. You know, I'll jump out of the rut or I'll jump back across just to keep from staying in the ruts. And don't be afraid at all to get your front wheel out of the rut and what I call crab down the side like this. It works two ways. If you're almost falling, you get it out like that and it keeps you from falling over and it keeps your momentum going. Or if you happen to get almost stuck behind the person, get the front end out and you can crab and keep them get stuck and getting out. If you'll try those 3 different ways of going through ruts, you definitely will improve. You know, traveling through tight trees, that's my specialty. Back in the U.S., I'm considered one of the fastest guys through the tight trees. When you have trees that's tight like this and you have handlebars this high, what you try to do is when you come to a tree, you try to take the front wheel to the edge of the tree, and then instead of going through, don't go through the very center. As you get through there, get to the trees, turn the bars. Because your bars are this wide, when they turn, they're this wide. They actually get narrow. So when you're coming through the tight trees, look at it, go to one side, go to the other side, turns the bars, get your shoulder and body through, and then accelerate out. The way to look at that is, you know, to keep your momentum, work your way through the trees, and you'll get fast in the tight trees. It's been about 3 years since I've been to Japan, and I tell you what, I've really noticed how the Japanese riders and enduro riders have really progressed. They're getting really fast. I hope this CD-ROM, you guys watch this, can pick up some tips with that. And then actually watching the GAR, or looking at the GAR magazine, I tell you what, it's an excellent magazine. With the CD-ROM from the GAR magazine, I really think you guys can progress, and I'm telling you what, if you keep progressing like you are, I mean, there's no way I'm going to come back here and win this race very easy at all. It's going to be tough, but check everything out. I had a lot of fun here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and definitely I think you can pick some tips up.